I've literally been sitting in this lot for probably the last 20 minutes trying to figure out what the hell I want to do for a video. I think that helped me figure it out, actually. I've never seen you before. Nice bike. It just, like, dawned on me, like, that should be my video. Let me explain. So, decision paralysis has quite literally taken over my life. And I want to talk about why it's so dangerous, you know? I have ambition, I have goals, but the fact that I'm not doing anything and I'm not moving towards them is weird because I don't feel lazy. Like, I'm doing the things that I should be doing, you know? I'm on top of my finances. I'm making decent money. I'm saving and investing wisely, and I'm a pretty healthy guy. I work out, I go to the gym, and that's great progress. Hey, there's a GTR. I just love cars and bikes, man. Every time I see it, I get all excited. Doing everything right. I'm doing what society says that I should be doing. I'm doing those things. But yet I still feel fucking stuck and completely empty. Why does that happen? Like, that just doesn't make sense. There's so many things that I want. I want a new car. I want to get a faster bike. I mean, this 400 is awesome, don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to keep this until it blows up. I want a life worth living. There's so many ways that I want to get there. Like, there's so many different paths that I want to take. You see how I'm saying want so many times? I want all these things, but I'm not doing anything to get there. It's like just the cold, hard reality of the way society is built now. We're presented so many different things, so many options, so many different ways to live our lives, make money, and be happy, that it's impossible to choose one. We get stuck in this analysis paralysis or decision paralysis where you spend so much time analyzing each one, and instead you make a decision that keeps you in the same spot. You do nothing. That's a decision. You're not selecting one of the things that you've identified as something worth pursuing. You instead just sit there and do nothing, and it's leaving you stuck. And that's what I'm doing, and it's pissing me off. I've been living a life that other people want me to live. I haven't been living my own life. It's incredibly frustrating. It's so frustrating because I'm at a point where there's all these things that I want, and I don't know how to get them because I'm being told there's only one way to do it. We spend so much time on our phones and social media, and there's infinite amount of, well, I guess not infinite, there's 8 billion different lives living out there. A lot of them are being shown online. We see these every single day and constantly compare ourselves to what we could be and what we should be. We're so worried about the next fucking thing. What is the next thing that I can get my hands on? And I know you guys are guilty of this. I'm sure as hell guilty of it. We're presented all these choices, the new side hustle that'll make us money, the new crypto that we can buy, the new company we can buy shares of, the new AI tool that will massively grow the amount of wealth that you have. It's all we fucking care about. This decision paralysis, and we're still just presenting ourselves with all of these things multiple times a day. It just makes the problem worse. You start living a life of comfort, just accepting what your life is. And it might suck, it might be fucking terrible, but it's comfortable. And I know I'm not the only one because I see it around me. I see people lacking ambition. I see people who are perceived as lazy. I see people with goals and doing nothing to get there. And it's just sad. It's sad. Like I said, you're presented all these choices and then you choose to not do anything. You're just drifting. You decide to just, after work, go home, you play video games, you make dinner, you take a shower, and you go to bed. 5 days a week. It's the weekend. You have no energy because you're so burnt out from work. You just do it again. You just sit on your phone, you scroll, you doom scroll. You go play video games for another hour. Maybe you go play golf, whatever. That's fine. I love golf. No hate on golf. We love golf here. And then Monday rolls around and you look back on your week and you're like, God damn, I didn't fucking do anything. I just wasted my time. There's so many things that I wanted to do this past week and I did nothing. I did nothing. Why is that? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? You know, you don't get that time back either. And that's what sucks, is that time is finite. And when you waste it, when I waste it, you look back and see what you actually did, what you accomplished, and you realize it's nothing. God, that's a terrible feeling. You know? Think about where you might be now and what that thing is that's keeping you stuck. Like I said, it's not doing anything. It's that decision paralysis and the decision of not making a decision that's keeping you stuck. Keeping that train at the station. So how can we fix that? Just take that same principle, just turn it around. And this is probably the hardest part, and I know it's been the hardest part for me. When you have all these different options, sometimes the best thing is to just fucking pick one and just run with it. You might realize later on that it might be the wrong decision. And that's okay, but the act of picking something and sticking with it for a fucking week, you're making a decision, you're making progress towards something bigger than yourself and making a difference on your life, who you want to be. And, you know, for me, I basically had a decision made for me. I was a straight A student in high school, and because of that, what's the logical next step? Well, you go to college. This is just what they tell you. So I went to college. Instead of being a straight A student, I got depressed as fuck. Hung out with people I don't give a shit about. Became a C's, get degrees kind of kid, you know? Like I just didn't give a shit about my school. I was studying something I didn't care about. I actually, believe it or not, I flipped my degree 3 different times because, again, decision paralysis. Couldn't decide what the fuck I wanted to do. I was presented all these amazing new career paths that I could take, and I just flip-flopped around and couldn't make a fucking decision. So, but also during that time, I was doing a lot of discovery. I was kind of in discovery mode. You know, I knew I always wanted to be a creative. You know, I like to draw. I like to play guitar. I like to play music. I grew up a creative kid, and that kind of has always stuck with me. When I was in school, I was like, okay, well, let's try and make some money being a creative. I spent probably about a year trying to be a fitness influencer.
Oh, hell no.
It actually did kind of well. I had multiple viral videos on my fitness TikTok at the time, which was like, this is probably like what, 2021, 2020, which was kind of a big deal back then, I guess. I just kind of dropped it. I just looked at myself one day and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I didn't do it. I just stopped posting. Fine, whatever. And then, what did I do next? I tried coding. I picked up some coding. I wasn't even studying computer science in school. Yet I decided, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some coding, whatever. So, I was really into like game development. I really wanted to develop like just an indie game or something. So I ended up falling towards Roblox. Roblox was a good platform. It still is. Well, with a caveat, of course. A good place to learn how to do game development. It's a really low barrier to entry. I was in the process of making a couple different games, and then, but you know, same thing happened. Decision paralysis. Couldn't make a decision. Couldn't finish a game. Ended up dropping that. You see how this repeats itself? Oh, and then what did I do? Oh, I really want to make some music. I want to, you know, drop an album or something. Like, you know, I was really into playing guitar at the time, making like metal. That's like kind of my genre. I was really into that. So I got a nice little recording set up. It's like, it was okay. Thanks to my dad, got some cool gear. Props to my dad for getting me all that stuff. Well, I wasn't very good at it, I guess. It's a nice little spot. Ooh, that's a cool house up there. I might get yelled at though if I stay here too long. Can you guess what I did? I dropped that too. I spent all those time pursuing different avenues and then ended up not sticking with them because, again, I was on to the biggest and the latest and greatest thing. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, the creative route's not working. The clock is ticking. I gotta do something. I can't just move in back home and not be making any money, you know? I'm like, all right, we graduate, we gotta get a job. So I was very fortunate to know the right people at the right time and was able to snag a pretty good job. Like I worked this job for about 2 years. This is what like really pushed me to take a step back and figure out what the fuck is going on, because I'm like just absolutely miserable working this job. Like, don't get me wrong, I have stuff outside of work that are fulfilling, but the job itself just sucks so much out of me that I just don't have the energy or the time to pursue these things. We're actually gonna turn around. I don't know if I want to go this way. Like, what was my absolute breaking point? I think was probably a month or two ago, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here. And I don't know what to do next. But you know what I did have? I had this entire plan laid out that I've been sitting on, ready to go. So I said, you know what? We're gonna hop on the fucking bike and we're gonna go shoot a video. I don't care what the topic is. I don't care what we talk about. I don't care if it comes out like shit. I don't care if nobody watches the video. We're gonna go and shoot the video. Here I am, shooting the video. Which is not true. It's not the first video I've actually filmed. I did film a couple others. I did have some audio issues, which is fine. And I did post another video earlier, which is just kind of like me and my buddy riding. Just wanted to get something rolling. Like, I don't care what it is. Let's just get something out there and prove to myself that I can actually do something. Because I've been spending so much fucking time doing nothing that I've burned into my brain that this comfort is normal, this discomfort is normal, and the feeling that I have waking up on Monday morning going to work is normal. It's not normal. It's not fucking normal. So I had to do something. So here I am filming this video. I'm actually enjoying myself. Like, this is fun. I had some points that I wanted to hit on my phone here. I'm just kind of referencing them as I go. But I'm really just kind of riffing through this whole thing. Everything that I'm saying is just coming straight off the dome. It may not make any fucking sense. I don't care. I'm still having fun doing this. We're gonna have a blast editing, maybe. I really hope my audio is okay. I'm making progress on myself, and it feels great. It feels great. When I go and post this video, finish editing, all the post-processing, all that stuff, and I click publish, I'm gonna feel a hell of a lot better, because I just did all of this with basically no resistance. It's so easy to just pick up a camera and just start fucking talking. And that's the thing that was missing this entire time, is like, all these things that I've been presented are so easy to just start. And I'm just like battling in my head like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, what if people don't like me for this? Who gives a fuck? Like, you can say what you want. If you guys know me, I don't care. I'm having fun doing this. I'm gonna keep doing it. I just want you guys to know that you're not the only one dealing with this shit. And I know I'm not the only one dealing with it. You just gotta dig deep and figure out, man, you don't even have to figure out anything. You just fucking pick up something and do it. Literally. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you like underwater basket weaving, go pick up a camera and film yourself doing it, and then go sell that. Boom. There's 2 revenue streams right there. You know a lot about fitness and nutrition, knowledge that you can share. Pick up a camera, film yourself doing some workouts or making food, and post it. You don't even have to post anything either. There's so many things you could do outside of like social media. You don't have to be a slave to somebody else's work, you know? I think a lot of people realize that they can't make a decision. There's a bike behind me. Who is it? Oh, I know you.